hear that beat? You know what it is. It's the Leon Block. Back with some drops. We got the co-host in the house tonight.
What it do, what it do, what it do?
And we got a lot of shit to talk about, from Rittenhouse to the McMichael Bryan trial to Sister Act to Britney to Israel. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be full tonight, y'all. Get ready for it, because it's coming. Hey, we're back. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. The Leon Block is happy to have you. So what's going on tonight? I'll tell you what's going on. Travis McMichael, one of the three men charged with murder in the 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery's death, testified Wednesday he shot the black jogger in self-defense, saying that Arbery attacked him and grabbed his shotgun. Oh my goodness. So not only that, he said he wanted to give his side of the story, saying that he later came to be in a life or death situation with Arbery the day of the shooting. And he basically said that he was scared, and that that Arbery, because Arbery struck him, that he felt the need. Yeah, just, oh my goodness, just take a listen. This is some shit.
That accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery. Travis McMichael, who fired the fatal shots, fighting back tears at one point. Let's go now to our John Sherrick live in the Glenn County Courthouse. John, what can you tell us?
Travis McMichael describing for the jury in his own words why he believes this was a case of self-defense, not murder. Travis McMichael testified that for weeks, he and his father, Greg, and other neighbors were trying to help police catch someone they thought was a burglar. On February 23rd, 2020, McMichael says his father, Greg, ran into the house and said he just ran by. Let's
talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about
this.
So yeah. I'm gonna come from me being a native of St. Louis, Missouri, and so it's always cops out doing some, they're the ones out doing the fishy shit. So literally walking down the street and then you get stopped by a cop because they say you look like
suspicious.
Right. You look like somebody that we've been looking for.
I've had that twice in my life, and I was
scared. I'm just like, really though? But first of all, it's always either you robbing somebody, then we just say that, either you robbing somebody,
right,
or you doing drugs. You feel what I'm saying? So it was gonna be that. And then first of all, let's go with the shotgun. So you think so my thing is, how close can you get before somebody think that you gonna attack them and they shoot? So you telling me Ahmaud Arbery came up to you and y'all doing a tango, right, with the damn gun?
Well, the story is that basically from Ahmaud Arbery's standpoint, he was literally just jogging through the neighborhood. But from these people's standpoint, there was some burglar in the neighborhood within the time frame of Ahmaud Arbery, and they thought that it was him.
Does he live in that neighborhood?
Ahmaud, yeah.
So
I believe so.
That's what I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? That's some bull crap.
Mm-hmm.
The man lives there. You could have looked at his ID and seen that he lived there.
I don't need to show you my ID.
No.
I don't know who you are.
Saying.
I know. But I'm just saying, white man be always like, let me see your ID. Do you live here? Are you the police? And even then, if you're the police, I don't need to show you my ID.
Oh, you didn't have regular people get up to you. I would have just kept it moving.
He was jogging. They chased after him with guns on a truck. Oh yeah. No, I was 19 and I was scared shitless. I was late for work. It was literally like 0 degrees outside.
So you just stopped in the middle of the 0 degree weather and pulled out your wallet and gave him your ID.
I didn't know what else to do. It was 2 cops. They were like undercover, and the one I could see the gun on him. I was scared, and I looked like somebody else apparently. That was a whole nother situation.
You know, you look like everybody else that got stopped by cops when they walking down the damn street.
I look like motherfucking John Tell, and I would dare you to confuse me with somebody else. How about that?
They grabbed their guns and jumped into their pickup and caught up with Ahmaud Arbery. Travis McMichael says he just wanted to talk with Arbery. He thought police were on their way. Arbery kept running away. At one point, Travis says he got out of his pickup with his shotgun, thought Arbery might be armed, and Arbery ran straight toward him.
He grabs the shotgun, and I believe I was struck on that first
You a liar.
instance that we made contact. What were you thinking at that moment? I was thinking of my son. It sounds weird, but that was the first.
I see him burning in flames.
The first thing that hit me.
Rotten hell.
Fat ass fly.
For real.
What did you do? I shot. Why? He had my gun. He struck me. It was obvious that he was. It was obvious that he was attacking me. That if he would have got the shotgun from me, then it was a life or death situation, and I'm going to have to stop him from doing this. So I shot.
And then Ahmaud Arbery's mom, she shakes her head.
Ahmaud Arbery's mother in the courtroom, listening to Travis McMichael's testimony. She has just stepped out of the courtroom now to speak with reporters after this day's testimony. The prosecution has already begun to cross-examine Travis McMichael. That will continue in the morning. The other 2 defendants have not said yet whether they will also testify.
All right, John, thank you so much for that update. We know you will continue to follow it for us. Thank you.
So there we go. What you think of that?
It's a whole some bullshit. It really is.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't tear up. I mean, he admitted that he shot him.
Well,
my thing is you're supposed to do everything you can to lower the situation before you just start shooting. So if he's grabbing the gun, if we grabbing the gun, you had to literally, if you snatched it back, you had to let go like this. Up, pow.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. He actually talks about that. I was watching a longer clip where he actually mentioned that, and he's like, I was under the assumption that it was the same individual I saw in the 11. So that gives you, in his mind, it was the same black man that he saw before that apparently was a burglar. But I don't know if anyone can confirm this. I don't know that part. Saying that they told him to stop and he kept running.
Toward you?
Well, apparently, first he ran from them, but then he ran towards them. Ahmaud ran towards them,
do all of that.
And he grabbed the gun. Well, they have it on camera. I don't know that part because I didn't see
He's
the
an
video.
African American. He ain't gonna run toward no gun.
Maybe
none of us do. He wasn't slow.
He said, eventually, as Ahmaud got closer, Travis McMichael said he drew his weapon on him, and Ahmaud darted to the right. Arbery later straightens up and starts running back straight to the truck where my father's at the back of it. The younger McMichael testified he was at the front of his truck when he first made contact with Arbery, who he said grabbed the shotgun, and I believe I was struck.
You believe?
I believe I was struck.
You believe? Who? Listen, I remember every time something happened to me. I remember when my brother bit me on the arm when we were 15. I remember that shit. How don't you know if you got struck in this high profile case?
For real. I shot him, Travis McMichael testified. He had my gun. He struck me. It was obvious that he was attacking me. That if he would have gotten the shotgun from me, then it was a life or death situation.
Whatever.
Really? They always claim it was life or death. He was
always
gonna kill me. Self-defense. Self-defense.
That's a part of their creed. It always says life or death.
Yeah. Right. He testified he thought he shot Aubrey twice before realizing it was 3 shots when talking to investigators.
How many? Okay, you have a shotgun. How many shots do you have to create before you see about 20 of them pebbles in people's chest?
He said he testified he shot him again after the initial time because I was still fighting.
No, you weren't. You shot it again because this was a black man. You gotta take a black man down.
After the final shot, Travis McMichael said he let Aubrey go. I turned around, we got over there and pulled his hand under him and realized he was deceased.
No, he didn't. He was trying to figure out another way to lie with the man in handcuffs.
The defense attorney says, no evidence Brian tried to harm Aubrey. Before Travis McMichael's testimony, an attorney from Brian gave a long delayed opening statement arguing there's no evidence Brian tried or intended to harm Aubrey.
Whatever.
Yeah.
He just admitted he shot him.
Right.
How's there no evidence? The man's dead.
Well, this is an attorney for Brian, so that's the one who filmed it, not the. So there's the two. There's the brother and the dad, and then there's the neighbor who filmed everything.
Okay.
So they're saying that the neighbor said, there's no evidence that the neighbor tried or intended to harm Aubrey. So like, why is he being arrested? Because nigga, you was there and you did nothing to stop it.
He was a spectator. They were gonna silence him. Make sure he didn't testify.
The attorney for Brian said that evidence, including neighborhood surveillance videos, will show that Brian joined the pursuit with no intent to harm Aubrey, and that he did not try to assault Aubrey with his vehicle, and generally is not culpable in his death. Okay. Well, let's get back to the McMichaels. Y'all was wrong. Y'all should be tried and convicted. And them tears shouldn't save anything. But, I mean, let's look at the Kyle Rittenhouse case. Because, I mean, let's take it there real quick. Mind you, this picture. Look at this picture.
Okay.
What do you think is wrong with that?
Why they all look like they in cahoots? Hold on. You tell me.
They're all standing next to each other. When would you ever see the judge sitting there and the murderer that's being tried for murder sitting there on the table like this, standing over him and next to each other like this? First of all, who the fuck is he looking at?
Right.
Second of all, what the fuck?
He's
no,
too close.
They're too close. Right. They're too close. That is too close for comfort. That's his motherfucking son. Now all these bitches is my sons. Like Nikki said, that's like he's his adopted son. Come on. This is that bullshit.
Wow. I didn't realize it.
For real. That's some fuck shit, yo.
It is. He shouldn't have been that close. The dude's a defendant. He's being cuffed, sitting in the chair, not hanging over the doggone judge's pew, whatever that thing's called, judge box.
Exactly. So, I just want to show y'all a couple pictures of this motherfucker crying, or supposedly crying, McMichael. What a douchebag. What a douchebag.
If he was my friend, I would listen. I would respect the worth of damn.
Neither one of them. Not none of these motherfuckers. Not near one. This little twit. So, in other news, the QAnon shaman, remember the one with the big horns and paint all over his face from the insurrection? He thanked the judge at his sentencing hearing for allowing him to have a fully organic meal diet while in jail.
Are you serious?
A federal judge sentenced Jacob Chansley to 41 months in prison for his role in the Capitol riot. Also known as the QAnon shaman, Chansley thanked the judge for allowing him an organic diet while in jail. I took a lot of flack for that, said the judge.
Oh my goodness. Organic diet. That's a rewarding his ass for being in jail. Give him some meat.
I mean that in a number of ways.
Right. Oh.
Maybe he needs some meat, some extra meat in his diet. Maybe he'll straighten up then.
Oh my goodness.
How about that?
Oh. That judge should have got flack for it. He should have got flack for it.
Look. Don't drop the meat now.
Nope. He might.
I don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, at least he's in prison, but it just goes to show.
For 40 days.
That's it?
I didn't say 40 days.
I don't know. 41 months.
41 months. I know it's a 40.
But it's 10 months shorter than the term federal prosecutors recommended.
Right, I bet it is. Shot under what? 3 years? Shot under 4 years.
What?
3 years and some change.
Oh, I'm not good at math. You tell me. That wasn't my specialty.
So what else? What else?
All right. So while we at it, talking about human rights and all, Julius Jones, you know about him?
Keep going.
Set to be executed on November 18th unless clemency is granted, despite evidence of innocence. In Oklahoma, advocates have been rallying outside the barricaded governor's mansion ahead of the planned Thursday execution of prisoner Julius Jones. Jones was convicted of a 1999 murder, but has maintained his innocence.
Was it a little black girl?
Oklahoma's Pardon and Parole Board twice recommended that his death sentence be commuted to life in prison with the possibility of parole. I mean, if he didn't do it, like, what the fuck? But the final decision now rests with the governor, Ken Stitt. The Innocence Project has said 3 prisoners incarcerated with Jones' co-defendant, Christopher Jordan, have said in sworn affidavits that Jordan told them that he committed the murder and framed Julius Jones. So another person named Christopher Jordan did it and framed Julius, but here Julius sits still in prison.
Wow.
Talk about it.
Well, Julius probably don't want to get out of jail now. He didn't name drop.
No, Julius didn't. Julius had nothing to do with that.
I'm saying who name dropped though?
3 prisoners incarcerated with Christopher Jordan, Jones's co-defendant.
Right.
So
but
maybe
they still don't tell who snitched.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
He might not want to get out of jail.
So there is some other news.
I know you got a hot topic because you're dragging it out.
I do got some hot topics, but I'm not getting to them just yet. Medical examiner says Ahmaud Arbery shot at close range as prosecution rests case. And I do have a meme somewhere in here that actually is kind of graphic and talks about that. And The state of Georgia has rested its case in the trial of 3 white men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery, a black jogger. On Tuesday, the medical examiner who performed the autopsy testified that Arbery died after being shot 3 times at close range. 2 of the bullets hit him, including one that tore a big hole in the center of his chest. The jury was shown a graphic video of Arbery's wounds and his blood-soaked white t-shirt. The defense is beginning its case today.
Wow.
They shot right here, and it almost blew his whole arm off. 3 shots. The other 2.
Right, and you have to shoot him 2 more times.
It was unnecessary. All of it was unnecessary, honestly.
All of it.
And of course, in the Rittenhouse trial, we are in the second day of deliberations with the jury, and they announced today that hopefully tomorrow we will hear the verdict.
Yeah, we'll see. They're gonna say it's a hung jury. I know everybody's gonna be watching. I might even be at work watching to see what happened with that one.
It's been revealed trial consultant Joe Ellen Demetrius, known for shaping jury selection in the O.J. Simpson trial, worked with Rittenhouse attorneys in their selection process.
Right. Didn't they have like one black person in the whole
A judge had Kyle Rittenhouse draw slips of paper from a raffle. That's what I'm showing you, the picture that I just showed you. Check this out. Look at this photo. Look at this photo. That is what you're seeing. Kyle Rittenhouse draw slips of paper from a raffle drum at his own trial to determine which 12 of the 18 jurors who heard the evidence will decide his fate. The 6 jurors chosen at random will serve as alternates. So he got to choose that directly himself out of a fucking raffle. Look at this photo.
How was that though? How was that? How does he get to choose? How does he get a voice in that?
This is literally ridiculous and unprecedented. Yeah,
what?
Unprecedented. Well, you already saw him just sitting there chilling with his homies and cronies.
Over the judge box.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The one that's domineering over all of them with this mean mugging look. Like, come on now. Come on.
Now I know what you mean. It sounds like
this little motherfucker, this little twit is running the show.
Too much privilege.
What was that syndrome they called it back a few years ago?
That was you.
Yeah, that was me. Affluenza. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Some other kid had did some shit and they claimed affluenza made him do it. He raped somebody. That's what it was. Remember?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't remember that?
What the heck is affluenza?
You're so rich that you don't know what to do with your money, and so you do stupid things, and you're exempt from it.
I guess who made that shit up?
White people.
Right.
WX white people.
That should be like an opening to a show.
WX white people.
Wow.
And on the captions, it still comes up. People, like, come on. Well, see, now I said WXY people, now it comes up. Oh, okay. We're going to say WXY people from now on.
Right.
So, in other news, climate activists disrupt operations at world's largest coal port for 11 straight days. Talk about community.
Right.
They disrupted rail shipments into the port of Newcastle for an 11th consecutive day in a non-violent, direct action campaign aimed at halting exports from the world's largest coal port.
Wow.
Some of the activists have locked their bodies to rail cars and railroad tracks, while others suspended themselves on platforms or giant tripods in the path of trains, forcing long delays as police struggled to remove them.
Oh, wow.
At least 19 people have been arrested on charges that could see some of them jailed for up to 25 years.
Oh, wow.
Activists suspended themselves from massive pieces of machinery, halting operations in the coal port. An activist said, "I'm taking this action on stolen land of the Warimi and Awakapomo people. This land was never ceded over by these people. Australia has been committing genocide against the first people of this land for 250 years now. Australia has been brutalizing the first people, has been brutalizing the land and the water."
Wow. There's nothing to say behind that. That's crazy.
Yeah, tons of flooding in British Columbia up in Canada. Pfizer seeks approval for COVID pill. Agrees to make deal to make it available to 95 poorer countries. It's about motherfucking time.
So let's talk about this.
Let's talk about that real quick, because if you're hoarding all the shit for us, but everybody else is still spreading it around, how are you expecting anything to change?
But see, like you said, initially, I know for a fact that they had the patent on it. So they felt like they were going to charge the other countries out the ass to get access to it.
That's bullshit to begin with, because you know Cuba, they already had their own vaccines.
Listen,
they came up with shit. There's so many
I
other
was
places.
trying to say that and you took it from me. I
shit.
can't say.
My bad. Proceed.
No, that's cool.
Proceed.
You got it. I was going to say that, but you gave more information. That's cool. But that's cool. We on like the same page, though. That's pretty awesome.
But there's other places that did too.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, because I think China did, and a couple other places in the Middle East. I think India did, or they're on the way. I think a few places in Africa did, and most notably, Cuba always comes up. They're highly educated, especially in the medical field, and always come up with stuff. And then motherfuckers like the Empire of the United States want to bar and suppress them and say, no, you're not worthy. No, we don't need your help. But guess what? Like, if it was Cuba that tried to offer us help in Katrina, and we would have been perfectly fine. New Orleans would have been fine, but the U.S. declined it. The U.S. always declined it.
I think you would have enjoyed our cross-cultural trip. We didn't physically go to Cuba. We were supposed to go to Cuba, got passports and everything, but because of the pandemic, they told us that we came over there, we would be in isolation for a week, and then we would go. So we only got 2 weeks for the whole trip, so we didn't go, but we went to like this little retreat facility, and we were actually able to communicate with them or whatever. So my thing is, I think me saying that, I said you would have. I'll try one. Thank you. You would have liked the experience, because they talked about a lot of what they do, how they contribute, and how the U.S. has so many tariffs on their goods and services, and literally banning them from trading and communicating even outside of Cuba.
Mm-hmm.
So
it really is fucked up what they've done.
Thanks.
I know this is really good. So I bought this snack from the store that is one of those cookies that has like the cream in the middle and it's like chocolate on the outside. Well, they had this holiday edition in 5 festive designs. It's gingerbread flavored, and I'm not in the fashion of promoting these motherfuckers right now, but it's actually really good. They better give me some money if I was actually to say their name.
Listen, they're not gingerbread flavor. They are gingerbread.
It's really good.
It's not Oreo. That's a gingerbread.
Yeah, I like it. So, you ready for the next joint?
Go ahead.
Back to Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse. Because we need to keep saying his motherfucking name. He deserves to be seen as the murderer that he is. Is in juvenile detention for murder at 17, while Khalif Browder went to Rikers Island at 16 for 3.5 years for stealing a backpack. Yet he was innocent.
Right. But he went for 3.5 years. You got this man in and killed somebody that's been rewarded after his crime.
And yet not even a year later, Khalif committed suicide.
Wow.
But this is the world we live in, where black men, especially when it comes to mental health, are not treated fairly. criminalized.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
So let's talk about this real quick. You said, excuse me, you said you wanted to talk about the difference. What if he was black? If he was black, this would have happened. And we probably wouldn't even know about him.
So my thing is, you know, I know a lot of other ethnicities wonder why we use that, right? And what people don't know is historically, the police or the judicial system was made for black people. They were made to capture black people. It was made to oppress black people, Africans, African Americans. If you do your research, you will find it. Before, they only did it after the black people were quote unquote freed from slavery. Then they said, well, we need something that, you know, some type of legal authority to be able to oppress them and kill them off, you know, you know, getting our due back because they got from under our grips. You know what I'm saying? So if you do your research, it's a systemic situation, because even today we still have issues like what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. You know what I'm saying? So it's the only way that it's gonna be broken is if white people allow themselves to be broken. Oh. But so that's what I said. If he had been black, then there's no telling what would have happened. He would have been beat. He probably, you know, had limbs broken, drug into the jail, and it probably wouldn't even been a trial. He will came up missing or be under, you know, in a insane asylum somewhere.
Yeah.
You can't mess with black people that white people can mess with black people. You know.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. It's really bad. And I think during that time of Black Lives Matter, and I was on campus finishing up seminary, it was scary because I'm not from here. I'm not from Lancaster.
Right.
You know, and the majority demographic is white. Then you go Hispanic, and then you have the little sprinkle of black. Right. You know,
a little sprinkle.
And I didn't know.
But you know, before we had a thriving big black population here in Lancaster, right?
Really?
Yes. But we'll get into that in another episode.
Yeah. But yeah, they got these white boys out here playing pity pat, being able to go home and sleep in their own bed after you done walk past the cop after blowing that man up. What is that all about? This is some good shit. Sorry about that.
I told you. And I told you I got the good taste.
The sour just kind of like does it for me.
Yeah. If you ain't had no sour beer, you don't know what you're missing, y'all. I'm telling you. That shit hit the back of your throat.
It does. It got me like right
and
here.
If
That's
you're not
like slurping. Like,
and if you're right, yes, it just that tart. You know what I mean? That
right.
in the back of your right. I'll do it again. If you like that, like if you like IPAs, but you don't like that taste, that like at the end of it, yo, that bite, the sourness kills that bite. So it's just like go. You know what I mean? And if you like limey stuff, then you definitely want to try it.
Right.
So here's a meme. So much depression, anxiety, stress, and suicidality. Suicidality. I don't know how you want to say that.
You made it.
Is caused by capitalism. We really need to talk about how not being able to meet our basic needs and how giving away 80% of our days to jobs that drain and exploit us leads to serious mental health issues for a lot of people. Give some Remmy advice, yo.
Listen,
you got the flow.
Listen, I don't know what he gave it to me. Shit, I'm in this with everybody else too, you know, and just trying to, you know, survive. every day. And it's definitely true. Like, I don't know. From one day to the next, you don't even know where your next meal is coming from half the time. And I don't care if you make it 50,000 or you make it 725 an hour. It doesn't matter because your day could be here today and your job will be here today and gone tomorrow. It just depends on what needs to be cut back. I mean, this pandemic looked like it's here to stay. They even said it was a new variant that's on the move, on the rise. So definitely. And I was thinking about my mom. I was driving down the street and I was like, what is going on? It's like people were having a left blinker turning right. People will stop in the middle of the street and just sit there. It's like it's so much stress and anxiety. People don't even know what they're going through.
That's that long haul COVID they talk about too, though.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so it's like it's so much going on. And my mom was saying, during this pandemic, this is where people are going to. People aren't all the way there mentally. And I mean, it could be some, like you said, some residuals from effects from COVID, and then it's just period because you're, stressed about everything that's going on. Whether a family member had COVID or whether you're threatened to be COVID or you're working in the medical field, shout out to all of our medical people. I don't care if you in the office in medical records. Shout out to everybody working in the medical field. It's my little plug, because you guys are still putting your lives at risk every day, and truth be told, people think, that the mask is 100%. It's definitely not, so you still putting yourselves in that position. You're definitely appreciated, most definitely appreciated, and people need to give y'all more respect for that.
Medical professionals, fuck yeah. Sorry, I had to take a bathroom break. Whew. It's like, nah, I do got to take a bathroom break, but I was actually stirring my chili around. This motherfucker don't want to eat it because it's beef.
That ain't the kind of beef I eat.
Ooh.
Right.
So, you ready for the next topic?
Let's go, because you have to give it stole my topic. Go ahead.
Oh, fuck yeah, I forgot. Oh, yes, it's a loaded episode, Hunte. Okay. Now that Britney Spears is free, she's inevitably going to do something weird and off-putting because she was in a long-term traumatic situation with a very little control of her life. And getting her shit together is hard in the best of times. And that does shit to a person. And I'm genuinely afraid the public, who has been rooting for her for so long, is going to turn on her and even start questioning whether or not it's good for her to be free of the conservatorship. And people are going to need to remember that the answer to that question is unequivocally yes. Oh, was that a great delivery?
So shady now.
But I'm so dead ass. And if you
and y'all would have thought that he read that, y'all. He did not read that. He just spit that out for that dome of his. Listen, go ahead and finish. I didn't mean to cut you off.
So, nah, for real, because you give all the light you want right now, because I'm gonna get dark on you.
No, that was, dude. That.
What?
That's crazy. I was shocked to find out that her funds were under a guardianship or conservatorship. And I'm like, you can't even like go get a roll of tissue. I mean, it's not that extreme, but I'm just saying you have to ask to have a piece of your money. But yeah, no. I don't know if they'll turn on her, honestly. I think, you have a diehard fan, it's a diehard fan. Just like, when Clinton did what he did, everybody knew he did it. But when you're a diehard fan, you're a diehard fan. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think she'll be fine, honestly. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, y'all, that chili really smells good. He's over here thinking he cooking. He think he a little Chef Boyardee. I promise it smells good. I don't think it smells like a traditional chili. He does some things. I smell some ingredients in his chili. Listen, You did a little bit.
What the hell?
You did some stuff.
Why don't it smell like traditional chili though?
It smells good. It smells like a stew. But
Does it?
It does. And most people don't think that chili is a soup, but chili is a soup, you guys. Chili
It is a soup.
You know.
But what's the difference between a soup and a stew though? Tell me.
Soup and a stew, the hardiness, the consistency of the consistency of the gravy, of the soupiness. It's either gonna be thin or it's gonna be thick.
So what's the difference?
I don't know. Some people it's probably cornstarch with their trifling asses. Whatever it's whatever thickens up your
So if it's thick,
broth.
it's what, stew?
Yes. It's a stewy thing. Especially if you have some meats, like big chunks of meat. I know you have a lot of meat in yours. You just added meat. You cooked this chili a few days ago. You added meat.
Traditionally I use like beef stew meat, and then I use like beef cubes, and then I use ground beef as well.
That's why it's a stew.
I use 2 different kinds of meat.
That's why it's a stew. That's why yours is a stew. Yeah, big,
nigga, what?
You got a big old hunky shit. Yeah, I would go. Let's not
Stop.
CVS and show you one of those, Hardy Men stews and show you what they look just like your chili.
What? For real?
For real. You put a lot of meat in there. I just saw that. I saw the batch you just threw in there. I did.
What you mean?
I did.
No, you didn't.
Listen, because I was walking in the door.
Oh yeah,
and I looked over.
Right,
Thank you. Thank you.
Shush.
For real.
Ooh.
I just want to give a little shout out. I want to shout out to Hers chips. The kind that I'm actually eating right now is honey cheese flavored curls. That's what I'm eating right now, guys. And I tell you, it never disappoints. I promise you, every motherfucking chip tastes stale as fuck.
Yo, if you've been munching on that shit the whole time, I'm done. That's what I'm talking about, because those shits is a shit, and I would too. Get it? I would too. I'm not even lying.
And it's the second bag. You know what I'm saying? Never disappoint. It's still as fuck. Still as fuck.
Get it?
Shout out to Hers.
For real. Yo, that's that local shit, and I will always rep Hers. Yo, I fuck with the sour cream and onion. I fuck with the barbecue, and I fuck with the honey cheese curls. Like, for real. And the honey barbecue. But they only make them in ripples now, if you notice.
I haven't seen them.
Yeah. They only make it in the ripples now, and I'm just like, yo, for real?
So I've been waiting on my brother to call back all day. Yeah, all day. So I called him at like 4 or something. He just not calling me back. I did not answer because I love you guys too much to stop the podcast for that. But listen, why he waited all night? He waited 5 hours before he went to call me back. But listen,
I'm ready to hear these motherfucking drops you got. I don't know, y'all. So
listen,
I'm dead.
So let's go to let's go to music.
Yes. Okay.
Let's shift it a little bit.
No, hold on, no, because I was supposed to give you the dark side of Britney.
Oh, go ahead.
You gave me that light shit, and I was going something. Okay, so hold on.
Oh baby,
so
baby.
Yes, I mean, oh baby, baby is right. So back to Britney. Okay, so conservatorship. That is like mainstream media's dog whistle term for handler in the music industry. And a lot of stars, particularly women, get a handler. Someone male, a lover, a family member, someone that you work closely with, a band member that they just shoot on you, right? She had her father. Before her father, she had other people, but like Justin Timberlake was one.
A handler.
Yes.
What's the definition?
That's a whole. We gotta have another episode for that. Oh, but this is a segue into it. Okay. So anyway, it's like a lot deeper and darker than.
Is Gail Oprah's handler?
Oh, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna fuck you up. You just had to sprinkle some shade on that shit. Fuck you.
I did.
Fuck you.
Okay, keep going.
All right, so like Tommy Mottola was Mariah Carey's handler. Wyclef was Lauren's handler. Jay-Z is Beyonce's handler. I can go on and on and on and on and on. The point I'm trying to make is people need to take this lightly and give her grace because she's going to do some fucked up shit that we're like, what the fuck? But she has not lived. It's like she's stuck in 21-year-old Britney, you know? And people need to really understand that. She's got a long way to go. We need to give grace. And segue into mental health, to be honest, because that's really what it is. She's dealing with mental health issues, just like most of America. And it's important that we uplift one another. If we love Britney like we say we do, we really should give her grace. And she deserves to do whatever the fuck she wants. I don't care if she shaves her heads off and run around the street again and go to the Grand Canyon and put her coochie in the water. I don't give a fuck what she does. As long as it makes her happy. Go swim with the sea urchins in the sea. Go run to the jungle with Dora.
Oh my goodness. Now run into the jungle with Dora.
Look, shaved head and all.
Oh my goodness. Fall into that flower patch.
Yo! All right, so what's the block drops you got going on, Mr. Co-host?
So going back to music.
Yes.
I know y'all waiting on that.
Yes.
So tell me why Little Nas X, look, I call him Little Nas X. Little Nas X is considered to be the new king of pop. What the hell? There's only one. There was only ever gonna be one. And how could you name a 21-year-old, ain't been through that, little balls just dropped out the sack, the king of pop? He made what, 2 hit albums?
Not even. He got one album and like an EP and a bunch
Right.
of singles or something. Okay, so
Tell me something.
King of Pop? I don't know about King of Pop. He could be a Prince of Pop. I give him that, but I think he still needs to have a few more albums, which is hard to come by these days. People don't release albums anymore; they release EPs. Right. I got a bone to pick with that. That's a whole nother story and a whole nother episode, which we can get into. I'm gonna write that down.
He's really writing it down.
But I literally am. So I also want to say that it's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
No, it didn't. It went.
That's like me. He's mad at me when that shit happened to me. But just to fill in, just go back over just a little bit. Lil Nas X. I don't know, y'all. The new king of pop. Like I said, he needs to been through something a little bit. You know, Michael Jackson was 50 years old when he passed away.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. So Gen X, Gen Z. Okay, so Gen X grew up with Michael.
Exactly.
Gen Y is growing up with Nas X, Lil Nas X. And let them grow up not knowing Michael in a sense of the significance that we hold him to for a second. This is their era. They didn't grow up in the era of like multi-albums and singles that lasted 4 months. You know what I mean? Singles today last like 2 weeks.
Right, true.
When we grew up, I could watch TRL every day for 3.5, 4 months, jam into one single and singing it over and over every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I still do that, but at my own leisure.
Right.
But today, the charts, like radio, and then how people like consume stuff, no, it doesn't last. And so they have to keep up with this in a sense.
Right.
To these little kids, Lil Nas X is it. I don't get it because he doesn't have a big discography. Like, it really isn't big at all. So
he did. But it reminds me of what you just said. Like, I think the last EP that Missy Elliott dropped,
It was like 5 songs.
Exactly. And I promise you, she did videos for 3 of them.
Yeah, that's what they do nowadays. Like, I'm telling you, all like my favorite artists that are from today, but they're actually like what we grew up listening to, kind of shit. They still will release full albums, but they'll make a video for damn near every song on the album. Beyonce set a precedent.
I was going to say that. Are you in my head today?
Maybe,
are you in my head? And then he's not letting me get it out. Like, he runs into it like word vomit, and I can't even jump in there because he didn't got it. Oh my gosh. Damn. You must be really cheering with me right now. You drawn out for my energy.
Let's get with it, co-host.
So let me see what else is here. My little Rolodex.
But hold on, let's get back to it. Beyonce
and
setting the precedent for video anthologies and video albums. Because what do you feel about that?
I feel like Beyonce is queen of the game. She really is. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to dropping albums, when it comes to being a great artist, writer, even choreographer. You know what I mean? I think that she's in her prime right now. I mean, she and I are the same age.
You think she's in her prime right now?
I do.
I beg to differ.
I do.
I beg to differ, my friend.
She's 40. She's 40. You still jumping on Mariah Carey's ass? No. You still jumping on J-Lo?
I'm still jumping on Mariah Carey's ass because I got love for her.
You still jumping on what's her name? Y'all finna shade me on this. Janet.
Yes, I will forever be a Janet fan. That is my original.
Be a Janet fan. You can be a Janet fan, but that's getting old. So listen to this though. Listen to this. So there was this new song. I forgot what it was. Tell me what it is.
But so I got youngins that I'm on that's like replaced them. Tinashe, JoJo, Van Jess.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is,
okay.
Just going back. Let me go back to Janet real quick.
Okay.
What's this voice, y'all? Like, I promise it's almost like she's trying to say like Michael, because Michael had that soft, high voice. Now her voice is like really soft when she talked to. And her singing, oh my God, it's so annoying. I'm just saying because she like sings soft. It's like you got to turn up the TV about 100 so we can hear what the hell is she singing.
She actually does have a strong voice in a way.
Girl,
that was 20 years ago.
You scared to lose your voice.
That was 20 years ago.
That shit.
Stop. That was 20 years ago. Did you hear her last album in 2015?
I'm telling you. The last album she just did it was when she was outside in them
2015.
She was outside with them cars. You remember
outside with them cars? I don't know what cars you're talking about. But
I got your ass. Say something.
Oops, say something, motherfucker. I'm just saying, give her a break. She's like 50 and she's doing the thing. She is, and I don't like literally. Okay, so did you hear the song that she had on her last album with Missy, "Burn It Up"? And she had a whole bunch of kids in the video, and they kept up with her. Like, she's still Janet. Out of anybody, still got it. Speaking of music, Missy got a star in the Hall of Fame on the Walk of Fame.
I saw it. I was so proud of her.
Shout out to Missy.
I was so proud of her.
Yeah.
And she just stood there like she was like tearing up, you know, when they took it off, and then they gave her the plaque. Oh my goodness, it was so beautiful, and it's like overdue.
Way overdue. I thought she already had one.
Man, I did too. Way overdue. It was time. And what was they wearing? Her friends next to her. Who over those women were?
I don't know. I only saw her with the glitter suit on. I ain't see her friends.
Somebody looked like a tin man out there. Ooh. Like, what are you wearing?
It's LA. Let them do what the hell they want.
Listen, I forgot. Look, LA and New York, right? Walk outside with a paper bag on.
Right. Nah, I fuck with New York. I don't know if I could deal with LA. I don't know if I would ever, I could never live there. I don't know if I would ever even visit. I mean, I would definitely visit the West Coast, just not LA. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you wouldn't visit Hollywood?
Nah. I can do without it. I want to go to the Bay. I want to go to San Diego. I want to go to Northern California and explore the mountains. See the rural folk. I'm good on LA. I am good.
So let's go to the next stop.
Yes, sir.
So, scientists have discovered an extra planet in our solar system. Is it number 9 or is it a black hole? So they're still looking into this. Yeah, they don't know what it is. They're spectating right now. They haven't gone out there to see. They was just using a telescope.
I'm gonna say it's a planet. Planet X.
Here you go.
Yeah, Mr. Conspiracy Theorist. I don't give a fuck.
I'm just wondering.
Call me crazy, but it's Planet X. I'm going to be optimistic because if it's a black hole, we may be fucked.
I'm just wondering why it took so long to discover this other planets. That's what I want to know. Why did it take so long? Y'all up in everybody else's business. You don't know if we got another planet in our solar system.
Motherfuckers don't care. They could barely give a fuck about the nigga down the block.
So you talking about two different people.
I'm just saying. I'm just being real with you.
Of course, white people don't care about us down the block. Yeah.
Look, I'm just for real. For real. I'm just saying.
The next thing I like to talk about is there's a massive flu epidemic in Michigan. Is this a ploy to get more people to take the flu vaccine?
What?
Huh? When was the last time you ever heard of a flu epidemic? And all of a sudden, it's a flu epidemic in Michigan. In Michigan, is it mostly concentrated in Detroit, where a plethora of African Americans live? Get me started on this. Is it a ploy to get people to take the? Speaking of flu vaccines, I feel like, okay, I done took this doggone COVID shot, both of them, and it's got the same shit in the vaccine that it did in the flu stuff. Whatever. I don't need to take the flu shot. I'm good. I made this far. I'm good. They got Tamiflu. For real. I'm over it. Stop trying to inject us with shit. I'm tired of it. And then they push people to get this third shot. Listen, and then they said maybe they shouldn't push you to get the shot because it's destroying people's bodies. Listen, get the third shot. What we need a third shot for?
I know. I'm saying.
What was that?
I'm
Hepatitis B.
I'm good on the 2.
We only need 2 for those. Is it hepatitis B?
Look.
Yeah.
You tell me I gotta take a third shot. I'm just gonna stay in those. And move to the country and stay away from everybody.
Listen, I'm over it. I'm so over it. It makes me think of those end of the world movies. People just going out there and eating up everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's one thing. You know, is it a ploy? Or do you think it's a ploy to get people to take the flu shot?
Yes. Everything's about money.
Exactly.
Money.
I'm not. And then it says DC will soon no longer require masks in public settings because they feel that the vaccine is working. So DC is gonna lift their mask mandates. And my thing is, so I just want people to understand this, right? Wearing a mask isn't always about protecting ourselves, but it's about protecting our people, protecting our friends, protecting our, innocent bystanders. You don't know what anybody's going through. You don't know about any pre-existing conditions. If you are, if you are a misanthrope, then you need to wear your damn mask. If you're a misanthrope, you need to lay your ass at home. Stay your ass at home. Stay away from people. You know what I mean? But if you care about other people, then wear your damn mask. Protect somebody else. Even if you don't give a damn, protect somebody else. It's a lot of people here that got the virus and don't even know it because they're asymptomatic.
I will tell you. I carry a mask in my backpack, or my bag, wherever I go. But I don't wear it all the time. If somebody asks me to wear it because they feel uncomfortable, I will gladly put it on.
You put your mask on.
But I'm not going to wear it all the time unless I feel uncomfortable in a certain space. If we're in a tight space and I don't feel comfortable around certain people, yes, I will put my mask on. If I'm in a space and someone asks me, I would appreciate it if you put your mask on, or gives me a mask, I will gladly put it on. But I'm not going to go about my life constantly worried about it because I already have high anxiety as it is. And it's affected the way that I live my life to the point where I can't. At a point, now I'm fine, but I will live my life with respect. Put it that way.
Okay, I can.
To not only myself but others, especially.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I can see that. Definitely. Well, I'm pretty much the same. Like I try to just from my side of respect. Sometimes I might be the only one in the room with the mask on. You know what I mean? It's my prerogative if I want to keep it on and take it off.
Right.
But for the most part, I pretty much kind of keep it on when I'm going to public spaces. Now, if it's a small gathering, I'm gonna be there for hours. I'm taking that joke off. Y'all vaccinated? You know.
Like if I go to the city, yeah, I do put my mask on because I see a lot of other people with masks on, so I'm like, okay. And maybe that is like a certain type of perception. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because if I was here, it should be the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have an easier time keeping away from massive amounts of people here. And you see me for the most part, I do.
Mm-hmm.
The most you see me around tons of people is when I go to the grocery store.
I feel like contact tracing should be in the back of your mind when dealing with this damn pandemic. You should be able to know who you're around. You know what I mean? I've seen people. I actually just got on a friend. Shout out. I'm not going to say their name. But I was with a friend. And when I tell you they were at this wedding, no mask, get jiggy with on the damn dance floor, you know, like it's 1999 and you partying. And I'm like, okay, you're with these people every day. You don't know. He's like, well, it was.
But yo, the clubs is open and motherfuckers is in the clubs.
And that's the point too. I don't agree with it, and that's just me. You don't know. That's too many people. It's too many people to me. I need to know. Who was I in the room with?
That's like,
who looks shady?
Do you got herpes? Who has herpes in this room?
Listen,
tell me. No. I need to know right now.
No, I don't even have to know.
I'm just joking.
I don't have to know who. I'm just a small amount. Look, I know it was do. One of them gave it to me. You know what I'm saying?
What's your next topic, Mo?
Some people out here don't even know who the baby daddy is.
Facts. Talk about it now.
All right. So let's see. The next thing I want to talk about is well, you were kind of talking about it earlier about the new COVID pill, and there were two different companies actually, not just Pfizer, but the other one is Merck, M-E-R-C-K. So it's a red pill and a blue pill that I saw that they did the advertisement with, and basically this literally stops people in its tracks within the first 5 days of getting the virus. It basically kills it off. The other thing is, what it does is, let me see, if a person does have COVID, it even more lessens the chance of hospitalization and even death. They said with people that have taken this pill while they've been infected with COVID, no one has died. That's what they said. Now that's pretty strong. It's pretty strong to use the number 0 when we're talking about studies, but that's what I read. They said nobody died after taking one of these COVID pills. So I'm like, listen, I mean, I think it's like you have to take one consecutively for 5 days. I think that's what it was. But I was like, wow. You know, did y'all end up putting some hydroxychloroquine in it? You know what I'm saying? Listen, what y'all end up putting in that pill to make it, you know, even more powerful than the injection y'all shoot? Because I know there's people already still dying after being fully vaccinated. You know, so I'm not even sure about that anymore. And they said they don't even know how long that vaccination is gonna last. Some people say 6 months. Some people say, you know, even shorter. So, I mean, I feel like even with the booster, I'm like, I don't know if I want to get the booster because how long is the main shot gonna last? You got a little booster dangling around. I'm good. I'm good on that. I'm so good on that. Do what I need to do to keep myself away from people like John Tell said and live. I don't need no damn booster. I don't need no flu shot.
Right.
And I'm good on those pills for now too. They probably cost an arm and a damn leg, even though we got the patent on the bitches. You have any ideas about pills? The red pill, blue pill, and what I said about them.
Well, I know all about the Matrix, honey.
And that's it. It's gonna sing your ass through when you take them pills.
So you heard there's gonna be a Sister Act 3?
Who gonna play in it? Oh, I did hear about that. Who gonna play in it? All the women were
So
about 100 in the last movie.
Keke Palmer was on The View.
She's new Lauryn Hill.
And she was promoting something. Keke Palmer was my honey. And she was trying to pitch herself to Whoopi, because Whoopi's gonna be in it. She's reprising her role. I don't know who else is gonna be in it though.
Keke Palmer trying to be the lead singer for Lauryn Hill. Where
Keke
is
Palmer, that
Lauryn
girl.
Hill? Can we talk about where's Lauryn Hill?
Her name is Ms. Lauryn Hill, and she's still around. She releases music. She's still doing her thing.
Me and Lauryn Hill the same age. Bitch, your name Lauryn Hill. You miss Lauryn Hill, we come out with another album, bitch. How about that?
How about you go on Spotify and check the motherfucking shit out, because she got shit. Stop talking shit and go look at
old
folks.
shit from the Fugees.
No.
Miseducation.
No. Go look at her stuff. Ms. Lauryn Hill. It's out there. She changed her name. Copyright, all that kind of stuff. No, not that either. Look, y'all gotta stop looking at motherfuckers from the past and see what they're doing now, because lots of artists are doing stuff now and really awesome music.
Tell them to show to a concert actually perform.
Come on, yo. Look, it's hard out here for a pimp.
Hey, Zion, like 20. Come on, girl.
Who?
Zion. That's what she called.
Yeah. She's like
20.
She like 20. She like 22.
Come on now.
23, something like that.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Time to get back in the game, Lauren. That little money you had,
you took me off my topic. Come on now. So Keke Palmer was on The View talking to Whoopi, trying to pitch herself to be in Sister Act 3. And Whoopi was like, little do you know, your name was already on the list of the roster for us to come talk to you about being in the movie. And I bet you she gonna be little Lauryn Hill's role. I would love it. Because you remember the movie that she was in with Whoopi and Dolly Parton back in the day? Mm-hmm. That's one of Joyful Noise. That's one of my favorite movies. Mm-hmm. So she got the chops to be in it. Mm-hmm. She has the chops to be the lead role. Right. She has the chops to be Ms. Lauryn Hill's role. Mm-hmm. What do you think of that?
I agree 100%. The girl's the same. She got pipes. Absolutely. And she's a great actor.
Lauryn Hill is my honey. I mean, Lauryn Hill is my honey too. But Keke Palmer is my honey. I'm just saying. So what other topics you got, Mr. Co-host?
I think I'm about dried up. I done gave you like 10 times.
Oh, you done dried up. You done dried up on me?
We got anything else? Yeah, so this is pretty much all I had. That was pretty many topics.
Oh yeah.
Try to bring to the. Oh, just one more thing. Last thing. Let's make sure I let y'all know it's the last one, so you come in with some more topics. But of course, COVID numbers. We talk about COVID again. Are definitely rising because we're in the holiday season. It's not just about events, but it's about the cold weather and people getting tired. People are tired of being indoors, and people are tired of being away from people. So they want to hang out, they want to congregate, they want to fellowship, whatever. Speaking of churches, I've been to churches and nobody's wearing a mask. You know what I mean? So it's just like people are tired of people want to fellowship and all that stuff. But I'm telling you guys. This thing is not beat yet. Please wear a mask. Here comes Here comes Thanksgiving. Here comes Christmas. What are the numbers going to look like? You know, are we doing what we need to do to protect ourselves and to keep our generations and our family line going? For real. You know. So that's what I'm on right now. That's all I got for the Leon Block today.
Hey. So, I just want to thank you, Remy, Mr. Co-host, for joining us tonight for the block drops. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
For sure. I want to thank y'all for tuning into the Leon Block. Make sure you meditate on your path.
And like, comment, and subscribe.
As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. It's always appreciated. Make sure you meditate on your path, celebrate your being, liberate your spirit, and educate yourself. I'm John Tell.
And I'm Remmy.
Arm yourself with knowledge and have a blessed journey.